Howdy everybody, Efour here and welcome back to the channel for Season 5, Episode 2 of our FIFA 22 Youth to Gold save. Now in the last episode we went into our first transfer window, headed into our first season in the Premier League. We brought in the center midfielder Charlie Patino and a backup striker Kamara. We then played the first month of games that we had in the Premier League and we didn't do great, we did not do bad, but it left us in a rocky position headed into this episode. So let's go look at the league table before we hop into the games we have today. I know last episode was pretty long. Actually, the last two episodes have been long. I do apologize about that. Transfer window episodes, the first ones of the seasons, always take a little bit longer. And the one before that, like I mentioned, I was kind of smushing two episodes together because I had forgot to unmute my mic. Today, we'll be back to around 30 minutes like usual. So before we hop into those games, let's go check out the league table. Here we are sitting in 18th. Like I mentioned in the last episode, it's the first time in this series that my big fat head is almost blocking our league position. We are all the way down near the bottom of the table. Granted, it's still early in the year, so we have time to crawl out of this relegation spot that we're currently sitting in, but it is going to be tough. Our first month did not go great. We lost to Tottenham and Newcastle, and we drew with Leicester. When we drew against Leicester, that was our first game, and I thought, okay, we can definitely do this. And then losses to Tottenham was expected, but a loss to Newcastle was not. And it has me a little nervous for this season. We really are going to have to fight hard and rely on the boys to claw out of this relegation spot. As long as we don't get relegated, I will count it a win. In the last episode, I did say that I think we can finish mid-table, and we might be able to, but now I've kind of changed my tune a little bit, and I just want to avoid relegation. It looks like we may be in a relegation battle for most of this season, so we got to start today. And fortunately, we have a super easy team that we are taking on. We are taking on Chelsea. Yeah, another hard game to begin this season. Now, they currently sit in 9th, but so do Liverpool and Spurs. So, again, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. Their league position is not indicative of how good of a team they are. They are a phenomenal team. We're going to be taking on Chelsea today, so let's go hop into that game. This is the team we're taking into the game against Chelsea. We have Smith in goal, a back four of Ojeda, Bishop, Lundberg, and Taylor. Patino and Nelson make up the midfield pairing, with Schaefer, Carlson, and Olafsson, the attacking three, in behind Baker. On the bench, we have Mohamed, Jonasson, Villalba, Wilson, Nilsson, Graham, and Kamara. Now, I still have Graham on the bench. His pace is very good, but I want to continue to try and use Olafsson. Olafsson is definitely a lot slower, but I want to get game time into him, try and develop him. We might move Graham back in. I'm still undecided. I've also created a second tactic. Let me show you that really quick. Right here, where it's a 4-3-3 with a central defensive midfielder and Patino. We may move to this at some point. I'm really struggling on defense. Actually, I looked at our team's match ratings, and our lowest match ratings in the entire team is all of our back four. Everyone outside of the back four, Patino forward, they all have 7s or above per match. The back four are all, the highest one is a 6.6 in Bishop. So the defense is having a rough time in the Premier League. We may need to switch to this to give them a little bit more security. But I did change in this 4-2-3-1 tactic. Our central midfielders were being told to cover the wings. I'm telling them to sit centrally again to try and just give us a little bit more security in the middle of the park. It may cause issues out on the wings. We'll have to wait and see. I may move it back. I'm really not sure. I'm trying a couple different things because it's been a rough start. But that is all the updates that I have for you before we hop into this game. So let's go try and steal 3 points from Chelsea. And here we are. Now, another thing that you guys missed off camera in between this episode and last episode is that Poland and Austria have each offered us the international job. Once again, not taking it, waiting on the United States to offer us their job. Again, I still can't quite figure out why they haven't yet, but we're waiting on that, so we declined both of those. And one other development was that Olafsson, Bishop, who else? Schaefer and Lundberg all got called up to their national teams to play in the international break, and there's a goal. I pulled the wrong guy out. Romelu Lukaku. That's how you know this game's not realistic. He had a terrible season, but in this game he is a monster. We are already down 1-0. Now, I don't remember exactly what I was saying. Maybe that I I think that I don't understand why the United States hasn't offered us the international job yet, but it doesn't really matter. We need to focus. We need to try and get a win today. Baker is taken out. Shoot it with Charlie Patino. It does not get anywhere where I need it to. We get that header up from Taylor going into Patino here, and he does get through. Let's go! And we equalize 1-1. It was kind of a busted play. Hit him with a dead fish. It doesn't matter. We got the goal. That first shot from Patino ricochets out. Ojeda heads it back into Schaefer. Schaefer plays Charlie Patino in, and Charlie Patino scores his first goal for Efour United. A huge goal. Now we really need to focus up, play tight at the back, and try and get another. Again, a draw against Chelsea would be a successful day for us in the office, so let's try and go make it happen. They're moving into our half again. This game may be full of highlights, depending on how well Chelsea do in terms of moving the ball into our half. I do believe that there will be a couple games this season. Oh, no. I don't know which games, but there will be a couple games against top opponents this season where we steal some points. Why would you not go get that, Smith? I'm really hoping that today is one of those games. It would be a nice turnaround for how our season has started thus far. It would be a welcome change, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Going back post to Schaefer, and he's not there. Carlson is the one that it's essentially aimed at, which, like I've said before, we don't want Carlson being the one we're aiming at. He is way too short. The scoreboard is jacked up again. We can't see the score. We do get the time this at least, so we can see how much time's left, but it is 1-1. They're trying to run this in. Romelu Lukaku on the ball here. Kovacic, good little midfielder, trying to play some defense. Lukaku rips that in, and Smith is equal to it. Just the pace that these guys shoot the ball with is actually insane. Mason Mount here. Good play from Charlie Patino. I'm trying to find someone to run down this wing, and no one's there. And still trying to get Mason Mount off the ball, and we do. That was fortunate for us, and I need Olafsson to make a run here. Go down the wing. Okay, they're playing 5 at the back, so if we can get some success down these wings, I will take it. Olafsson turns his man inside out, and that was a terrible pass. I don't even know who that was I was trying to go to. I couldn't tell you. I'm not even sure. A wayward pass from them, and Smith collects it. Now already it seems that having the central midfielders staying central honestly might be working. I had thought that's what a terrible play. Oh no, not like this. Not like this. Come on, come on. Get in front, play some defense. We block it, and it goes out for a corner. Here is that corner, and it's whipped in. Ojeda heads it out, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. That actually was the halftime whistle, so we're tied 1-1 with Chelsea at home. Now we got to go into this second half and try and hold on. I think what I was saying before in the first half, before it ended, was that I thought that our central midfielders were always on cover the center of the pitch. I guess at some point I moved them to covering the wings again, but I think having them central is going to be key in the Premier League. Unless we start getting really hurt down the wings, we're going to keep it like that. See if we can get some results. Switching our tactic up just a tad, and they are in. They're going to not shoot that. Smith makes a great save yet again. Here is the corner following Smith's save. He is going to be crucial for us this year. I still can't quite believe that we got him in the first episode. Now, they did get ahead to it. Nicholas Sewell, it looks like, getting ahead to it first, but it goes over the bar. Now, we're playing out of the back, but Smith is going to be crucial for us this season, considering that, go Carlson. We're going to play Bishop in, or not Bishop, Baker, and he does it. Let's go. Hit him with the worm. Let's go. We're beating Chelsea 2-1. Great play. Carlson just runs in. I said it at the end of last episode that I need to rely on him and Schaefer to get into attacking positions. He plays Baker in, and Baker controls it off his chest beautifully, and on the volley, sends it past Mindy to put us up 2-1. Carlson is taken out there. I was trying to play him in, but like I said, I need to really rely on Schaefer, Carlson, Baker even to play the ball into the positions that we need it for attacking sequences, because they can just dribble and move in and out of players so well that we need to get them carrying the ball up. We're not really able to break teams down all that well by simply passing around them like we have been in the past. So now we need to rely on our superstars to try and get us into those attacking positions. Great cutout there from Bishop, and I had Schaefer, saw it way too late, and ended up running into the opposition. We are going to bring Villalba on for Patino here any second, because Patino is gassed. Here we have Carlson taking it into the half. We're going down to Olofsson. He's going to cut in, and he makes a good little move. And he has, it was a terrible pass. It doesn't come off, but we had a great little opportunity there. Olofsson actually did a good job to get into attacking position. Unfortunately, the final pass was a little wayward. I tried a heel flick. I was trying to go drop it back to Nelson, but it ended up going towards Carlson. And they handle it fairly comfortably, and now they're looking dangerous here. And it looks like Bishop gets in the way to block the shot. That does see Villalba come onto the pitch for Patino. I run a lot with Patino, and so he does seem to get tired pretty quickly. Schaefer intercepts that, and we are just going to run as fast as we can. You can't catch him because he's the Schaefer man. Get it up into Carlson. He's quick enough. Come on, Carlson. Maybe I should have just kept running with Schaefer and wasting time, but Chelsea do cut it out. And we have 5 minutes in-game time left. Reece James here trying to get past Schaefer. They do get it out. And Villalba chasing in, trying to just cut out passing options. This has been a better display from the boys. I don't know if it was from the tactical changes of moving the central midfielders to stay central, but it has felt better. It definitely has been hard fought still. We aren't just running away with it, and Schaefer's way off sides. I guess I should have just kept running, but we're in the 91st minute. I don't see how much. Oh, they had 2 minutes added time. They do have the ball, though, and that is the final whistle. Like I said, we steal 3 points off of Chelsea. That is huge. Oh, let's go check out the league table, and I'll update you on the game I'm going to bring you back for. That win pushes us all the way up into 12th position. We're still only 1 point ahead of the relegation zone, but now we're out of the relegation zone. We're moving the right direction. We actually go above Chelsea, which is exciting. I told you, there's going to be a couple games this year where we're going to steal some points, and that was the first one. We really got to have a couple more of those in us if we're going to stay in the Premier League this year. Great win from the boys. Since you were last with me, that 2-1 win against Chelsea, we then went into the league and took on Nottingham Forest, who just got promoted with us. In this game, Baker got the goal that won the game for us. We had 2 opportunities, one from Schaefer, one from Carlson. Neither of them were able to apply the finish, but we played great defense and we held on for the win 1-0. We then took on Fulham in the Carabao Cup. Kamara and Graham both had goals in regulation, but Fulham was able to tie it all up. We went into a penalty shootout, and in that, Smith had 3 saves to see us get a victory. Now I'm bringing you back for the Brentford game. I chose them, 1, because they're kind of high up the table early on in this season, and 2, because last season they beat us 2-1 in the FA Cup to knock us out. So I figured we would come back, get some revenge, see how we square up against them now. But before we hop into that game, let's look at the league table. We currently sit in 11th position on 7 points. We're 3 points out of European competitions in that 5th spot that Manchester City occupies. Brentford currently sitting 8th on 8 points, but we're closer to European places than we are to relegation. If we look down the table, Burnley is on 3 points in the 18th position, which leaves us 4 points ahead of them. We're starting to get a little bit of a gap between us and relegation. I want to continue that trend, but today we're going to go in and take on Brentford, so let's go do it. We are taking in the usual team of Smith in goal, back four of Ojeda, Bishop, Lundberg, and Taylor, Patino and Nelson making up the midfield pairing, with Schaefer, Carlson, and Olofsson the attacking three behind Baker. On the bench we have Mohamed, Jonassen, Villalba, Wilson, Nilsson, Graham, and Kamara. Graham has been doing a great job for our second team. I'm starting to lean more and more to bringing him back into the starting lineup. I know I've been hesitant. I've been talking about it for a couple episodes now, but I still believe in Olofsson. In the game against Nottingham Forest, Olofsson did honestly a really good job at a couple of good dribbles. I'm starting to get a little more confident with him, so I want to continue to give him a couple more opportunities to wow me. I think he's going to continue to develop, and if we can keep him in that starting position all season, I think he will get near 77 where Graham is now. So I'm trying to have faith in him, keep him in there, and let him develop that way. In the time off camera, we also got confirmation that Mohamed is now done developing. I wish I would have given him a little more game time so that he would have developed a little bit past 71, because he is our third string center back. We don't have another center back that's as good as him. So when we bring up the guys from the youth academy, I'll probably try and rotate them in a little bit more maybe. I don't know exactly, but we need to find ways to get some of these younger guys into the team a little bit more. The problem I run into is I just trust our starting 11, and I know that they do the best job, so I want to keep using them. Maybe over time as a manager, I'll adapt and learn how to rotate these guys in. But today, this is the team we're going with. Let's go get 3 more points. And here we are, getting into this game against Brentford. Like I mentioned in the pre-match, we are looking for revenge. They knocked us out of the FA Cup, and we've been on a better run this month. We have 3 wins from 3 games played, so hopefully we can carry that good form into this game, try and go in and get 3 more points to move us even farther up the table, and again, get some revenge on this team that knocked us out of the main English Cup this past season. They have a good run in there. Bishop's trying to chase back, and they nutmeg Smith to go up 1-0. I saw the run from here from the midfield. They get it in, and they literally nutmeg Smith. Not a good look for our starting goalkeeper, but all we can do is bounce back and try and get a goal of our own. Here they are moving into our area just outside the 18-yard box, and they shoot off the post. Bishop loses Matthew Hoppy, the American striker, and now they're up 2-0 in the first 15 minutes of this game. Like I said, it looks like Bishop just loses his man. He steps in, Hoppy hits it off the post to put them ahead by 2 goals. We're running in with Schaefer here. He does a great job of dribbling around people, and I'm just going to run all the way in with him and see if we can belt one back across the keeper. It is blocked, but I got to start doing that more. He just dribbles in and out of people so well. Now we're going to send this in to Charlie Patino's head. Get to it, my friend. It's a little too low. We can't quite get there. I'm chasing back with Baker just to slow their offense down. Now we have Taylor chasing Yeboah in, and he does get a foot in to knock it out for their throw. And their throw is here. They toss it in. So far, they have looked way better than us, which is just strange to me, because we've been playing so well. We beat Chelsea. We handled Nottingham Forest. But Brentford at this point, I wouldn't say they're an established Premier League team, but they've been in the Premier League now for a couple seasons. So they're more than just, oh, Taylor can't get there. But they're more than just a team that just got here. They're not bad, but that's a bad pass from me. We're going to send that out to Ojeda, and we're going to run. I want to get it back to Schaefer, but I need Schaefer to cut inside a little bit, and he doesn't. We turn the ball over there. Oh, man. I mean, we can't win them all. We've had a good month for us. Again, this is our first season in the Premier League, so 2 wins out of 3 in a Premier League month is not bad at all for this young team. But I tried to get in the way with it with Lundberg. Smith gets down to get a hand on it. Lundberg tries to get up there to get ahead to it and can't. It's out for a corner. Here is their corner. Come on, boys. Defend it well. It goes out for another corner. They have been handling us easily. They get the head to it, but it's soft. Smith is there to gather. Trying to run with Taylor. He has 90 pace. He is very fast. Run down that wing with him, and we get it into Olafson, who makes a good cut. We're going back to Nelson. Over to Baker. I won too many passes. I should have just shot. That's frustrating. I had a great attacking opportunity. I just tried to do too much. I just needed to take the shot, and I don't. And now they're hitting us immediately on this counter. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. And Matthew Hoppe makes it 3-0. They play it into our 18-yard box, and we are just all out of position. No one picks up Hoppe. He's played right in and smashes it past Smith. What a terrible start to this day. And we're running in here with Schaefer yet again. I'm going to just see if I can go all the way with Schaefer. Oh, give me a penalty. You should have fallen, Schaefer. Just be weak. Come on. Take the penalty. They thwart our attack yet again. I don't necessarily want to rely on Schaefer like that to do everything, but our best attacks today have come from him dribbling in and making chances for us. This has been a rough day. Get up, Smith. He does grab it, but that's the halftime whistle. We'll go into the locker room. I'll try and kick the boys' butts into gear, but they have not showed up today. Here we go again with Schaefer. I'm going to try and show you guys his attacking run all the way from the beginning of it, just to show you that he can run into people and lose the ball. What a bad run. I mean, I don't know, boys and girls. This has been a struggle. I really thought, considering how well we played against them in the the FA Cup last year, that we would have a good opportunity today. Smith makes a save there, but he had a lot of time and space to rip that. The corner that follows the save from Smith, we're going to get Baker on that, and we're just going to run it with him, try and get something out here. I'm going to go up into Carlson is where I was aiming. Doesn't even get near him. Carlson was making a great run, and they are working it into our area yet again. Hoppe is taking another shot. It's saved by Smith. Matthew Hoppe is tearing us to shreds. We're running it in here with Patino, trying to get something going. I go out to Olafson, and he's there. We're going to rip it. I wanted him on his right or his left foot, and he doesn't get there. Charlie Patino doesn't win that header. Come on, man. That's why we signed you, to be strong in the midfield, to get up and win those. We get it back to Schaefer. And I'm not seeing a run. We'll go down to Ojeda, into Patino here. And I had Baker. I should have just ripped it. Tried to rip it with Patino. At that time, I should have passed it to Carlson. Oh, no. And here they are hitting us on a counter yet again. We have looked atrocious today, and I couldn't tell you why. I don't know. Maybe FIFA just does that. Makes the other team amazing just to humble you a little bit. But this game has been terrible for us. I can't get them off the ball. We get a foot in from Bishop. Schaefer hits it up to Patino. We're going down the wing for Olafson. Terrible pass from Patino. We're still in with it here. Going down the wing to Schaefer. Get it over to Baker, and he you can't make this up. He makes that 9 times out of 10. We hit it directly at the keeper, and we're stuffed yet again. Olafson's in here. Get it around him, Olafson. He doesn't get his shot off quick enough. The keeper does a great job to keep it out. That is a new-gen keeper. That's an 80 overall. So he was signed probably around the same time that we signed Smith. He's a little bit better than Smith, but he has had a great game today. This has been a frustrating result for the boys. I was fairly confident with how we've been playing this month that we would come into this game, offer you guys some exciting soccer, or football I should say, to watch. But we have done the exact opposite. I guess it's been exciting if you're a Brentford fan, but if you're rooting for Efour United, this has been painful. It is late in the game, but we are bringing on 2 subs. Villalba comes on for Patino, and Graham comes on the right wing for Olafsson. And we have a pass into Graham here, and we try and turn with him. It doesn't come off. We're taking the corner, but we have been dominated today. This is awful for the boys. I would love just a consolation goal to make me feel better. Doesn't look like we're going to get one. Villalba's back defending here, trying to slow their counter down. He does just that, but it definitely has no real value to the game. Schaefer chases back because I noticed that Ojeda was way out of position and isn't picking up that run. We lose 3-0. What a disappointing game to show you guys. We didn't just lose, we got spanked. That loss sees us drop down into 13th position, still on 7 points and still 4 points out of the relegation zone. There's 4 teams in between us and the relegation zone, including Chelsea, which is very interesting. Maybe they're not as good as I thought. They'll probably bounce back, I would imagine, in the second half of this season. But that loss against Brentford was just painful. Like I said, we didn't just lose. We got demolished. 3-0 in football is terrible. That's like losing, I don't know, 35-0 or 56-0 in American football. In football, if you lose 3-0, you were severely outclassed. I don't know what else to say. I'm pretty disappointed about that result, but we're going to get forward. We're going to check out the scouting reports, and then we will end the episode there. Again, we are on 7 points, and top of the table, Manchester United are on 16, so we are 9 points behind them. We're definitely not out of it. I'm not saying we're making a title push, but we're not completely down and out. We have turned it around massively this month, but we got to get forward. We got to keep stringing some good results together, try and get as many points on the board as we can early, and hopefully we can stay up. Hinga, Dinga, Dargan, we're back for the scouting reports, so let's dive in. Quick look yet again at our youth academy. The boys are developing nicely. We have Kerr here, still at a 68. Lundqvist is now up to a 67. Collins is at a 67. Sans is at a 66. And James is at a 66. Again, I will be looking to trim this down. It is getting pretty full, and I don't want to fill spots that we could be bringing in better players with. So we'll just wait and see. I haven't quite made final decisions. I'm a little nervous about cutting Lundqvist only because he's a 67, so if we really needed another central midfielder, he'd be a good one to bring in. Jackson here has a higher potential, but he's a 5 overall lower than Lundqvist, so I don't really want to cut Lundqvist and not cut Jackson. Again, I don't know. We'll wait and see. We'll check in with these guys in another month. Oh my gosh, are they okay? Alright, well, just keep me updated, and hopefully we can get some scouting reports next time. Just got off the phone, and the airplane where all 3 of my scouts were in was struck by lightning, not once but twice. I thought they said that couldn't happen. It's happened again. No scouting prospects, so we draw another blank. Hopefully next month we'll get some prospects on the scouting report. But again, I don't really know why I'm so worried about it. Our youth academy is very full, but I still want to keep getting in those really good youth prospects. So we'll be back next month to check in with the scouting updates. Before we end the episode, I do want to show you this. We have international call-ups. Schaefer goes to Germany. Bishop, Graham, and Smith are playing for the United States. Lundberg and Olafsson are going to Sweden. And if you have noticed, oh yeah, the United States has asked me to be their manager. It has finally happened. We are going to be manager of the United States. They want me to reach the quarterfinal in the World Cup. We are definitely going to accept. Now, they've let me know that after we accept this, they want me to do a news conference. So we're going to hop into that right after this. Yes, you down there in front.
How do you feel about becoming the United States manager?
I'm super excited. I've been waiting 5 years for them to ask me. They've finally done it. I don't know what's taking them so long, but super excited. Gonna try and go win a World Cup. Yes, you in the back.
You've been known to focus on scouting in the United States. Are you excited to use some of the prospects that you have acquired over the years?
Most definitely. Guys like Frank Baker, Harry Bishop, Ian Taylor, Hunter Graham, all those sorts of guys. We're going to definitely get into this squad. Really excited about the 17-year-old Mike Nelson. He's playing great for our club, Efour United. So really excited to see what this United States team can do and work with players like Christian Pulisic, Giovanni Reyna, Zach Steffen. But I'm not sure if Zach Steffen's going to start ahead of Smith, our goalkeeper at Efour United. We'll probably run with Smith, but super excited to get in with such a talented young crop of players. This will be the last question, so we will go with you, Gingerbread Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man? Who lives on Drury Lane?
Mm-hmm. Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
Now that we've completed our introductory press conference as the United States manager, let's take a look at this team. We have Pulisic, Sean Dyche, Yunus Musa, who is 22. We may have been able to just sign him and missed out on it. Weston McKennie, Brendan Aronson, Tyler Adams, Sergino Dest. John Brooks is still kicking around at 32 years old, 60 pace. He is not going to play for us. Our boy Harry Bishop and Robinson. We have Matt Turner on the bench, our goalkeeper Smith, Ferreira, Matthew Hoppe, who just destroyed us in that game against Brentford, Reggie Cannon, Robinson, Giovanni Reyna, Timothy Weah, Michael Carter-Vickers, Zach Steffen, De La Fuente, Richards, and Vines. Not sure who Vines is, but he has got a great smile on him. Super excited to finally be the international manager of the United States. We're going to go in, we're going to see what we can get done with them, and we're going to try and win a World Cup. Let me know what you guys think down below. If we lose a World Cup, do you want me to play, and say we win the Champions League and the Premier League and we're kind of done with the Efour United part, do you want me to play seasons off camera and just bring you back for a World Cup? Something of that nature. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm happy to do it. Just let me know. So, good team. I'm going to definitely bring Hunter Graham in to potentially play out on that right wing. Timothy Weah is more of a striker in my mind. And he's way faster than Sean Dyche, so we might just go ahead and use Timothy Weah. I'm going to be looking for players like Ricardo Pepi, who just moved to Augsburg. We have a good team with a lot of experience. Dest plays for Barcelona. Tyler Adams is on RB Leipzig. Brendan Aronson just completed a move in real life to Leeds. He'll be playing in the Premier League next year. Yunus Musa plays for Valencia. Pulisic's on Chelsea, obviously. Matt Turner just completed a move to Arsenal. Go Gunners. Zach Steffen plays for Man City. I'm not exactly sure where De La Fuente is. I'm drawing a blank, but I'm pretty sure it's in Europe. Timothy Weah is in Scotland, I think, playing for Celtic maybe. Again, can't quite remember that either. Matthew Hoppe in real life is in Schalke in the German Bundesliga. Unless they got relegated, I don't know. They might have. But that is the team we're looking at. Super excited to see what we can accomplish with the United States. If you have enjoyed that, leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn that bell on so you see when these videos come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. I'm streaming over on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday, so come hang out and check us out. We're having a blast over there. Come be a part of the Crucible community. We've done a lot better this month. We had 3 wins and 1 loss. We've really started to turn it around. We're sitting in the middle of the table. If we can hover around there this season, if all of our players go up 3 overall even, not anything crazy, but if we can develop everyone 3 overall, we would be in such a better place for next season. That's what we're aiming for, because I want to start pushing for those European spots so that we can start getting some of these challenges for this save checked off. We got to win the Champions League and win the Premier League. So in order to do that, we need to stay in the Premier League and develop these guys and start winning more so that we can really push for those spots, push for the continental places, which is top 5, and just get it done. Super excited, really enjoying this team's journey through the Crucible. Until next time, Efour out.